What happened? Where is Shivani? Okay, let's see what is this. So in JavaScript and in other languages also, this is getting to be useful. Okay, mostly we are using this keyword to accessing the data. Means from the some owner is somewhere and we want to access the data from the owner part. So we are using this keyword. Let's say go through the example, then you will get first some understanding. So what is the name? This means whatever you getting in Hindi or other languages, that is not here. Okay. So suppose you had taken one example. Say, now suppose that here what we had written, here we had written const person equal to, that is object, correct? Inside this we had passed some object, first name, last name and ID, and some function is written there. Let it to be what is written, but inside this function we are accessing some data, like this dot means we want to get first name and last name, means this full name is there, and in this full name we want a first name and last name. So where is the first name and last name? First name is here, last name is here. We can get the same data by concatenating and doing other process once we are getting that data. Like suppose console.log. Now, if you want a full name, what you will do? How to get the full name?
First name. First name.
One second. Let me comment this line. Yeah. Now, how to get a full name?
Using concatenation.
Yeah, in concatenation. So let's say first access person dot and first name. Correct or not? Person dot first name, and then we will do plus and next person dot last name. Correct? Now save and check whether we getting or not. And one thing, you know, why we are always going with that console itself, because we want to check the output. So once you got the output, wherever you want, you can use and you can pass the data. So that's why we mostly going with the console itself for checking the output. Otherwise, you have to refer some HTML, then you have to, it become complicated type. That's why. Okay. So what happened here? We got the first name and last name, but we not want like this way because it become the lengthy process. What we want, suppose we had it written person dot first name, automatic it given first name. So like that way, what we want from the object itself to access the first name also. But the problem is that, so how you will get a full name, means you can tell that full name. So how we will get a full name? For getting full name, you have to make one key, full name colon, and after this colon you have to pass a first name and last name. So let's try one thing. Are we getting this one here, first name and plus last name? Can we do this type? Let's see. We don't know what error will come or what will it will give the output. Let's see.
No, we cannot get, sir.
So person dot and a full name be getting this one, that because the key, but we don't know whether the value will come or not. So let's save, check that what error is there. So first name is not defined. Which one? First name, not the full name. And line number is 13. Correct? Sorry, line number is 5, 1.js and 5, this one. So where is one? And you know what is this one? 13, 5:13. Two thing is there. What is that 13? Any
Word
idea?
position,
Anyone?
sir.
Yeah, word
Position.
position. So like horizontally, when we checking that, you will get that 30th position. Like 1, 2, 3, 4. This type it a counting. So this become, you can tell that a row and column like that type. Okay, so what we was getting, be trying to access the full name, but what we got the issue, it given that first name is not defined, line number 5. So where is line number 5? Line number 5 is this one. But suppose that first name. Okay, so what about last name? Last name also will give the same error. Last name is not defined at line number 5 and 13. But what is the issue? How we will get the same data? If we want same data to be represented here, how we can get it? Let's do one thing. Let's try this and a dot first name like this way. Let's try. We will get or not. So what happened? What it given? It given undefined. Means anyway we had tried, we not getting. Now that's why what we are doing, we are creating function to getting this value itself. What we had done in the first step previously. Full name, colon,
Function.
first name, 1 second, plus last name. This one we had done, and this was also giving error in both case. So in this case, what happened? It given what error? It given
First name is not defined.
yeah, so it given undefined. No, that was different.
Yes.
DEFINIED. Maybe a spelling mistake. Let it to be undefined. And here it given not defined.
First and last name.
Okay, let's write first. FIRST. First name. First name is not defined. Okay, same thing last name. But how we can get that data? Suppose we want to do some operation inside the object cluster itself, because this become an object cluster, it containing all the data. So we want to do the operation, means we want to get the data inside the object itself. So how we can get? We have to create one function. Okay, let's say I already copied the code. Okay, so what we had done, we had created the key. We had created the key, that is full name, and after full name we going to write one function without name. So how to write function without name? So function without name. What is that? What is this one? Function without name. What is known as function without name?
Anonymous.
Anonymous function, correct. So we going to create one function without name, and after that what we going to do? We want to access the data. Okay, which one? First name. So let's do one thing. Write first name here. See, when we written first name, I had not written this. Okay, see that when I written FIR and control space, we got suggestion automatic. And I had suggested you that when you getting this type of symbol, then only take this one. Means this is coming from the data, means whatever we had done the variable from there. Otherwise, see that 1 second. Okay, right here itself. F colon and write first name. So see, you getting this suggestion FIR, but what is there? Starting ABC. So we know this means this is not the correct. Okay, so we will careful. So which one we have to take? Always, if you getting ABC starting, means not that whatever you are expecting, that is not the correct. That's not coming. So what I want the first name. So let's see, control space, we got, and see that what are we getting here? What is this? Property. Which property? Which property? This one. This is available somewhere inside there itself. Okay. So how to access property? We know that. First name without parenthesis. So first name. Write first name completely. FIRST NAME. First name like this way. I'm not going to take that one. You will see the error. So what I want to print this first name. Okay. Here itself. Otherwise, just wait. I want to add return. Return means what? Return means whatever operation it will do, okay, it will take this variable. Suppose we had done some operation here, and after doing that operation, here we had written logic something, and after that logic, we will assign to variable first name, and that now the complete logical result will be available to this one, and who is calling this function, it will go to that part, means it will return to that. So here, who is calling this function, who is representing this function completely? So this variable key, full name is returning. So after the operation, complete operation, this whatever function will do, it will return to whom? To first full name, correct or not? And after that, when we are accessing full name, we will get the inside operation. Whatever we had done, it will give result with the help of person dot full name, and we will get all the things. Let's do one thing. We had not added means this here. Let's see, be getting any output or be getting any error. Let's see what happened. When we written full name, if and a name, we got something function completely. Okay. Remove this one. Let's see it giving anything. So what happened? What it given? Full name is not defined because the error is there. It is treating like a variable. So what we will write? Person. That's fine. Person dot. Now here, now we not got anything. Now add the this and first name. Take whatever we was getting suggestion. This dot first name, and let's see what we getting. What we got? Complete function. 1 second. Where is the mistake? Oh, sorry. This is function actually. This was the function. So we will write parenthesis. That's why we getting. Okay. So what we got? We got John. Let's remove this. What happened? What is the error? First name is not defined at object full name. Means we had not written this. And one thing, how to check whether this is referring to this one or not. So how to check? So we had told one process. By that way, you can check. What was the process? Can anyone tell? For referring any value. Means this is pointing to that or not. How we can check?
Using control.
Yeah, control.
Yeah.
So when you will click control and press control and keyboard that control button and mouse click. See, you're not getting any pointer. Like here, if we will write x equal to 5, okay, and then console.log something I want for x here. Now let's say check whether x is pointing to x equal to 5 or not. Press control and put cursor over this. What happened? It not given because we not defined any data type. Now see that what is showing? It's showing that, and fingertip also got converted. Now click here where the cursor blinking on line number 15, means it referring to the exact whatever we want. Same thing come to here. When we putting cursor on the first name, we not getting anything. Maybe that due to variable data type is not available. That's why, but let it to be. But what we will do? We will add this dot, and now see, put the cursor. What you getting? It referring there. So means whatever we are expecting, it given that our output. So what we done here? So when you have to refer to someone which is outside or any side, where is that is, let it to be. But this way we will use the this keyword. Okay. And now we are accessing which one? The variable which is outside, we are accessing inside the function. And after that, whatever operation you want, you can do. And now check the output. We got the output first full John. I want access ID also, and that's a last name also. So how to access ID? So this dot, no need to write this starting. Let's start writing ID and press enter. You will get automatic this plus. I want to do some operation here. This dot first name and plus and last name. And now see what we got. We got something. Wait, I will press this white space. Yeah. So now see what it's showing. It's showing ID and John and Doi, whatever data we had done. Then what is the benefit here? Why not be taken everything here and be concatenate? We can do that also. But why be done like this way? Be done like this because now whatever data will be available inside this object, it will automatically do all the operation inside and it will return the full name. Otherwise, same thing you have to write here manually for 3 times or 4 times. That's why. So maybe you got some clear picture that what is the use of this, why we had used this. Okay, now come to the topic. Now you will get some more extra. Okay, so what is this? So this means JavaScript, this keyword refer to the object it belong to. To whom it's referring? It referring to the object to whom it belong to. Now see, this dot ID, which means whose object, to whom it will refer. So it will refer object which whom belong to. So which is the object? The object is person. Okay, means if we written this dot ID, in the sense this will refer to the object which means who have that property. It will refer there. So ID, first name, last name, it will refer to the object where this is belonging. That one. So it has a different value depending on where it is used. But the problem is that this now it referring to the where object where it is available, but sometime it will refer somewhere, means their reference you can tell that it's not a depend, it's have different. Let's see. So in method, suppose that a method is there. So in method this will refer to the owner object. Fine. In method it will refer to the owner of the object. Alone means this. If we are writing just normally this, what it will refer? It will refer to the global object. Means suppose here, just try, I don't know, I think it will come. See that when we written this, what happened? What is the output? So output is the window object. Means window and self colon window. This much what you can tell, this one property you can tell that this having. Let's write in console dot log and write here this. So see that what happened. So how much it came? So this much it came, means what it referring now? Now it is alone. There we are not referring to someone, because here we was referring this with something. So where this was referring? It was referring to the parent object. So which is the object? Object is this one, person. Okay, it was referring there because we are inside the method. Correct or not? We are inside the method. So that time it will refer to the object. Next, when the this is alone, means we are not writing anything for this. Let's write here console.log and this. We not written anything. We had written just this. Let's save and come to the browser. So when we written just this alone, means it will refer to the to whom? It will refer globally. Globally in the sense what? That a window completely. Now see, it referred complete object, whatever we had worked still. Like alert is there, whatever window property have, you can tell that window object. Because here this dot id, if it referring to the person object, but now this we had written just alone. So it referring to the window object, and window object, these all having the window object property. Alert, console, close, these all everything. Document dot element, see that document. These all whatever extra, whatever things we are using, local storage, see that these all are the property of the window object. So if we writing directly this means it will give you the complete window object. Next, in function, when we are writing inside the function, this refer to the global object. We will see that one by one examples also. But when we using in function in a strict mode, what is a strict mode? What is a strict? Yesterday we had seen use.
Streak.
Yes, sir. If we not use any variable.
Yeah. So we have to use a strict. We was using a strict inside single quote, I think. Correct? We was using like this way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So when we using a strict, that time what will happen? In a strict mode, this is undefined. It will not give any value. Next, in an event, if we had written in an event, this is referred to the element that
But
received that.
inside double quote, I think you passed yesterday.
Which one? This use a strict.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, double quote or single, it's not the issue. Both will be same. Next, in the event, this will refer to the element that going to receive the event. Okay. You can see that event means what? Click event or something like that. So who going to receive that, it will refer to the that one. Next, method like call, apply can refer this to any object. We will learn this call, apply, bind. Okay, there are three type. This one bind means this method. It's most important in JavaScript. Call, bind, and apply method. Next, these are for the calling purpose actually. Okay, next, this in method. Now see, if we are using this inside the method, what will happen? This referring to the whom, when this is alone, to whom it will refer? It will refer
Globally.
globally. Okay. Now comment this. Let's see. When this is inside, where? Method. So we already seen that method. The same thing, whatever we had written just now, that is method itself. See what we had done? We had done the above itself. Person, we had created one object, and inside object we created one function for doing some operation, and here we going to display the data from the object. So same thing we going to do with the help of console.log. So we got a John, we got a John and Doe. Next, if this is alone, to whom it will refer? If this will be alone, here see that one time go through the example explanation. That will be fine. So in this method, in an object method, because that is object. Yeah. So in an object method, this refers to the owner of the object. Who is the owner of this object?
Person.
Here, the person is the owner of the object because he is the owner. So this first name, it will refer to the this object, and inside this whatever available, it will be given. So owner of the object of the method. Okay. Next, in this example, on the top of this page, this refers to the person object. Correct. Here the person object, and it referring to the person object. Next, the person object is the owner of the full name method, because we had written one method full name, and for this one, who is the owner? So owner is the person. So it referring to the person one. Next, yeah, when this is alone, is this one clear or not? This one create and means that this for the method?
Yes, sir.
I think at least 50% got clear. Not all, then no issue, but at least 50%. Once you will use that, actually, na, you will get that clarity completely. Now come to the this alone. When we are using this alone, what it was referring? It was referring to the window object, means a globally object. You can tell that a global object. Global object. So when we used alone, the owner of the global owner is the who is the owner in this case? In this case, owner is the global object. So this refer to the global object. And when we was using where the with the method, who was in this case owner? So owner was the person. Next, in the strict mode, let's say try this also. This also we had written above itself. Same line of code is there. Let x equal to this, and after this, let it to be on console HTML itself. Let's say HTML is defined. No, P. Let's say go with H4 and ID demo. Let's see. Let's check on UI what we getting. But we got object window. It's showing that window object. But if we want to print on console, print X. Let's save what we got in the console. So in console it given the completely. It taking time because it's this much. This completely it referring to the complete object. Whatever we are learning in JavaScript, that everything it referring. Okay. So if in any time, if you have to check that this method is available or not, or how we have to write that method, what you can do, you can just pass this in the console. Okay. Once you will pass this in the console, you will get that what are the methods available. Okay, in interview they are asking this thing, that if you have to check that what are the methods available, then how you can check it. So with the help of passing this, when we pass this, we will automatically get what are the methods available for the window. It will give you all the window object. Suppose they asking what are the window object. So by this property, you can tell that these all are the window object. By this way means a shortcut. Within second we can find out. It will show that window object because this referring to the window object, because that this is alone. That is the thing. Clear this one or not? Next, when this is inside the function, let's see. When this is alone means this is function. So which one it came? Oh, that one itself. 1 second. Okay. So what we written here? We had written get element by ID demo and dot inner HTML my function, and here my function. Then what it will give? Let's see. With console also, because in console be getting complete picture, and console my function. So line number 41. Yeah. So line number 41. What happened? Here it was alone. Here also we had returned this alone. So we got the complete one. Nothing changes. This in a function default. Default means what? The window itself. In a JavaScript function, the owner of the function is the default binding for this. Means it will get the default. That's fine. Next, it will give that. Now in the strict mode, what it will give? In the strict mode, Are you getting any noise? Not or yes? Okay. So what we will get in this case, it means when we are using the strict, a strict in a function by default, this refer to the global object, but in a strict mode does not allow default binding. So this is undefined because we telling that strictly. See that on UI, we got the undefined. Okay, because we had not written in the console. So when you will write this with a strict, so that time you will not get the window object by default, it will show the undefined. But when we was getting directly without using a strict, what was the output? Whom it will refer now, because it is no any strict is there. So this will
My function.
this, so this is yeah, so my function, but this here it will represent, it will give what output? It will give the complete window object because it is alone now. Correct or not? See that it given the complete window object. Got it? And see that here it's showing object window. So this type we are referring this keyword. Now next, this is in the event handlers. See, in interview they are asking what are the page where the this will refer, means when this will give what type of output. So you have to tell this type that there are 3 or 4 type. That is the thing, not much more, just 3 4. Click to remove me. This dot style display none, and now see the code. What is written here? What is written here? On click, this dot a style dot display equal to none. Here any target is there. Mostly what we are doing, we have for targeting anything, we was writing document dot get element by id. Id is the main thing. Correct or not? But in this case, we are displaying hide, means we are referring this button itself. Whatever button is there, we are referring to that particular button. But is there any target thing? No. So what is happening here? We are using this. So with the help of this automatic, it will refer which one? It will refer to this button itself. Got it? How to hide any button? Let's say write another code. Do one thing. If you have to hide this one, click to hide. How you will do that? So we will take this line and we will make one event. Make one event on click hide me. Will it work or not? Make one function. Sorry. Make one function here. Hide me. What is the function name? Hide me. Okay. What we have done? We have written this dot style dot display equal to none. Let's see what it going to do. Refresh the page. Click to hide me. What happened? It given error. What is the error? So they cannot set properties of undefined setting display because we are not targeting to whom you have to hide. Correct. So remove this. How to refer that one? Suppose you have to refer this button. So how we will refer this button? We have to pass ID btn. Now come here and what we will write? Document dot get element by ID, and here we will pass sorry btn. Let's save and let's do now. Will it work? Yeah. So what happened? It gone hide. So what we had done in this both case, and this also getting hide. See that both button got a hidden. What we had done actually in both case. In one case, mostly generally what we are writing like this way. Document dot get element by ID. We will target and then we will use whatever we have to do there, like a style dot display, whatever you want, you can do that. And in the first button, what we had done in this case, we had not targeted anyone. There we had not written that document dot get element by ID. Main thing this one, get element by ID, because here we are targeting which button? So that BTN, who have the BTN ID, that button you have to refer. But in this case, line number 15, which is selected now, on click this dot style dot display equal to none. So this dot, we are not telling which button, but with the help of this keyword, it referring to which element, that particular element itself. So whenever you requirement means whenever you have any requirement like to refer particular, you can pass like this way. Means generally we are passing like this way, get element by ID. Okay, but if you not want to pass like that, you can go this way also. But one thing, it will refer which button, that particular section. Now do one thing. Add now. What happened this one? Add one button more, but I not want to change this one. Here dot color or style dot background color. Why this suggestion not coming? Let me copy suggestion from here. Document dot get element by ID dot style dot background color equal to red. And now copy this. See, when you're not getting suggestion, you can do like this way. Dot style background color equal to red. Sometime maybe you will not get suggestion. Or mostly on HTML, maybe it will be give you issue. So that time we can. Okay. Change color. Now see, let's see. We had added 3 button. Okay. In that 3 button, first button it going to remove. It got removed. Second button it going to change color. Fine. Third button it going to hide me. What we had done actually in this line of code, and how that a style dot background color, there is no any target. We are not telling that this button you have to, but then also it going to change the color, and which color it going to change, that particular button itself change color. See that the text itself change color. But in this case, click me to remove, click to remove me. This directly referring to this particular itself, but we are not passing any ID or anything. We are not targeting, but automatic it detecting. It automatic get targeted. Why? Which one? By with the help of this. Got it? Clear that how we can use this keyword in different ways. Anyone having any doubt in this one? Tell me. We had compared both scenario. that how we was writing normally, be writing normally like this way. But if you not want to like that, you want to refer, means there is requirement that I will refer this part only. You can go with this and it will give you the value. Like this also we can do that. Any issue? Anyone having? Tell me. So this was actually event handler. So whenever there is a event, so which event is there? There is one event, a click event. So inside the click event, when we passed, this refer to which one? This refer to the particular event where on which object that event got applied. It passing to there, it handling that particular element. So that is written here in HTML event handler. This refer to the HTML element that received the event. So which HTML receiving that click event? Suppose in this line, which HTML element receiving the click event? Tell me. Which one? Who is going to receive?
This, sir.
Change color button. Correct or not? Here we had applied on click, and on click event is applied on the button. So when we clicking button, so that time suddenly this button change color button going to receive that event. So that's why it receiving the event and it making the effect whatever we had done that. Clear? So it will reflect it in the case of which one? HTML or event, it will refer to the HTML element to whom that event is applied. So this event is applied on the button. Means we will not tell the change color, but this event is applied on the button. So that's why it referring to this part, the button element. Clear? Or anyone having issue in this one? Maybe 50% you got some idea. If not, then let me know. Okay. Now, in this example, this is a person object. The person object is the owner of the function. This already we had done. That a constant person object, and inside that's a function. We had written that, and my function is there, and we are referring return this. So with the help of this, what it will return? Any idea what should be output? What are you guessing? See, one thing, we completed this. Okay. This much only was there, but now we are doing some operation different. So please just speak, then you will get. If we will speak, then only we can tell wrong or correct. It's not the matter, but we will get idea. So what should be the output if we are telling my function? What is the issue? Console.log getting black. These all are different examples. Let's see that. Return this, that's fine. What are you thinking? What should be the output in this case?
Full.
Yeah. So it
Sir,
will give
full
a
function
complete
will available.
object.
Yeah, sir.
So it will give the complete object. Let's see what we getting. Example 1. Here, what it is going to, how it working? We are calling person.my function. Okay. So person.my function, this get called. Inside this, what is there? Return this. We had checked in the window. What it was returning? It was returning the window object, complete window object. So if we are returning this, so maybe this complete function have to return, because this function is the, means who is the owner? So person is the owner, person object. Correct or not? So let's see that our output. So what we got? We got the complete object. Clear? Let remove this. Why this is available? Reload. Yeah. So we got the complete object. Means whatever data we had passed, we got the complete, because now we are referring just this. That's it. Clear or not? Had you got some idea? Let's move in that with the second examples. So I will write just one second. Example 2. Go with the console.log and paste. So now what we are doing? Now what we are doing? We are taking console.log. Okay, sorry. We are taking person object, inside that my function return this. Fine. After that, person dot my function. What is changing? I done some mistake in copying. I think I copied old one itself. Yeah, old one.
Sir,
Yeah. Yeah,
can we
Shweta.
interchange? Sir, can we interchange this one, sir?
Just give me 1 second, then we will do that operation.
Okay, sir.
Console.log. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see now. What is their object? That person object. Inside person object, we had written one key. You can tell that this is a method. This is method because here function is written. What is the way of writing this one? We will learn in the function in the upcoming session. Okay, so this way also we are writing that. So this become the, this is known as the variable function, means like object type, like that you can tell. So here we are representing the full name, and inside full name we are doing return this dot first name or this dot last name, and we are referring full name. So we are referring this full name only. So what should be the output? Output should be this dot first name. Let's click that. We got the John, means this referring to the element which is available, means object. This will refer to the object where this is available. So which object is that one? So that is person object. Let's save and check the output. So we got the John and Doe, because it referring full name, and with the help of full name, where we got inside the full name, and inside full name, what is that first name? Let's click this. First name means that one, and last name this one. See, when you writing program like this way, by clicking we can move and we can check that one. Okay, while writing in the real programming also we are doing like this way. We are checking, and before output itself we have to predict that this have to do. Just give me 1 second, and Sweta, meanwhile you can keep that question. Yeah, Sweta, tell your question.
Sir, line number 64.
Just
Not
one
this one.
second. Yeah, line number. Which one you telling?
Example 1, sir. 1, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
okay, 64. What have to do?
From 62, copy that from 62, 65, we can pass after 62.
1 second. Let me copy this code. Then you can tell. Yeah, now tell.
Sir, line number 82, 86 to 89 copies.
86 to 89. Okay.
Yes, sir. Copy and
Copy.
paste after 90, sir.
After 90. Oh, means you telling me to cut this completely. And
Yes, sir.
after 90 you was telling means where? After this function.
No, sir.
Then
Yeah, sir. After 87, sir.
after 87 means here.
Yes, sir.
What you written? Where is the object? You cut the object itself. Correct.
Sir, in function,
First,
inside function, we cannot pass that, sir.
function inside function we can wait. Let's see. So const object, okay, let it to be fine. Cut this one. Okay. This become the person become object inside my function. That function is there and we are returning this. And what you want? You want actually
That we can pass inside the function, sir. That's.
here. This
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir.
means see what is this one actually? These are the key and value object element. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Whatever object and inside the object we are passing the data key and value pair. So that is this one. And inside function we had written. So if you passed this one here, then you have to create the object first. Then only you can write correct. Like you will make one object here. Let data equal to correct or not. And now this become the object which is inside the function. And now you can target this one. So now we have to think that how we can target this one. So if you want to access first name, last name, anything, you can go like that way. Got it? We can make, it's not that we will not make, but why we was making there, we was making, see that. And what we had done, 1 second, it is giving error due to this one. So what we had done here, we had taken that person object and inside person object, we had passed some data, correct? But those data are the part of which one? Key and value, that are the part of the object. Inside object, what we had done, we had taken one object, means a key you can tell, or method, you can tell that method itself. So we had taken one method, name is the my function. And inside this my function, what we doing? We are taking whatever operation we want. Here we are returning the complete object itself. So we have taken this. If you want to do some operation, you can do, means dynamically you are creating that object, you are receiving that object. Got it? If you want more manipulation, you can switch this, that, you can play with that. We can pass, that's not an issue. But don't make this one more and more complicated. Otherwise you will got inside itself, you will get confused. Okay, we can pass, that's not the issue. We can make anyway. Mostly we are using inside the constructor actually, this one. Next, explicit. So in this words, the first name means the first name property of this person object. So whom this is referring, these are referring to the person one. Got it? So this was actually okay, arrow function. Oh, great. One more thing is there, that's it. So explicit function binding. Suppose when there is a call method and bind method, in that case, how we can create that? This is, we will get this topic again when we will read call and bind method that time. That is separate topic. But now just look over the examples. So what we written here? Const person one. Here we have written const person one. This is one object. Inside that we had written full name, function, first name, last name. Here we had written const person two. Okay. And inside this const person two, what we had written? We had written the first name and last name. Means we are keeping the first name and last name with a separate person. Means another object. And a function where we are going to combine the data. That is const person one. This one. And inside this, what we had done, this dot first name. Let's click that, this dot. We are going somewhere. No, it's not going because that this is not inside this one, but we will get the output. Output is not the issue. But here, const person two. Here we had written first name and last name. We are passing data from here. Let's see what we have done here. Let x equal to person one. Where is the person one? Person one is there. Dot full name. It will refer to that full name method. It's shown that that full name is there. Okay. And after that, what is there? Call method. Don't click this, otherwise it will get internal method of call one. Okay. So what it's doing? It's doing for a given function. Create a bond function. One second. Function that has the same body as the original function. This object, if you want a function associated with the specified object, you can't get this one here. Let it to be. We will get to the topic that time. We will get clear. Okay. So person one dot full name, and we going to call. Which one we going to call? We going to call by passing argument person two. Okay. And here is the person two. Means we are passing whatever data is available in person two. We are passing that with which one? With a full name. And where is the full name? Full name is this one. Means we are passing all the key and value dynamically. So person two, and after that we are printing that data. Let's see that what will be the output. So output came same. Means what we have done here, this with the help of this we are passing the data from somewhere to some other, like that type it's going on. Person one is the method where it's going to operate, and person two is the data which we passing. So we will pass like this way. Okay, one second. If we will not use this dot first name, then how we will pass the data there? If we written let it to be call method, call and bind apply, we will learn console.log and x. No, let it to be. So person one first name. Okay, here be passing first name and last name. So is there any option to pass a data without this also here? Any idea? I don't know. Suddenly I got question. Is there any option we can get that first name and last name here? I not thinking without this. Let's say check with argument. Just do some operation. Let's see where it referring. It referring to the first name and function call. Who is going to call the function? Okay. So this is going to call the function. So we can pass. Sorry. We can paste. So how it will come? It will come with the help of person1 dot, correct, dot full name, and that argument, and we will pass this data. Let it to be remove this. Pass here JHON, John, comma DOE, John Doe. Okay, it will give the output same. It's not an issue. What we had done in this case? So what we had done, we created, means we are calling the function that a person1 dot whatever is written there, and inside function itself we are passing the two argument, and that two argument we are receiving in the function. So that is the, we had not done any operation with this one. This data is not referring to that part. So if you have to refer this particular data, remove this John and parts XYZ, XYZ, yeah. So if you have to receive this data, person1 and last name, so how you will receive? Because now we are passing this both data. If I want to print this both, what we will do? So we have to refer like this way. Return. Next, first name. Now it's targeting which one? Here. But I not want to target that one. I want to target outside one. This dot. Let's see where it's targeting. It targeted there. First name and plus this dot. When you're writing this automatic, you will get suggestion. What are the things available? So last name, full name, and first name. Let's see we got any output or error. So we got a X and a DOI. So I think maybe now you got the clear picture that when you want to receive the data inside that object there itself, what we will do? We will refer with the help of this. We are pointing that this is the person like that way. So, but when we want the data from outside, without this means when we want data from outside, go with the function normal whatever we had learned, one parameter, two parameter, three parameter, like that way, and we are passing the data here and we are receiving directly. There is no need of this one because we are getting data from outside. That is the thing. Had you got some idea or it is confusing? I think now it's clear. I thinking, but I don't know what you thinking.
Yes, sir.
See the mixed combination. Combination of object and argument data, because here we are passing argument also and we are accessing the key also. So this was from object object, and this is from the where argument. This was the case. Let's save. Nothing is there. Fine. So I think you got some picture that how this is working. Next is the most important, that is arrow function. How many of you know arrow function? Any idea arrow function? No idea. Whatever function we know, okay, that is the thing. In arrow function, we getting the same thing, but that this came actually in ES6. latest version of JavaScript. And this become the powerful, and this due to these all feature itself, JavaScript become more and more popular nowadays. So JavaScript arrow function. So arrow function were introduced in ES6. Okay, and arrow function allow us to write the shorter function syntax. Whatever we are writing in the lengthy, how we are writing function? Function keyword is there. After that, function name, my data, and after that, next what we are writing? My data. Next, we have to give the parenthesis, and we are doing all the means whatever we have to do, we will write inside that. Correct? My function. This become the normal function, and when we will call, this will get executed. Now come to the arrow function. So what we are doing previously, don't worry regarding this line. Previously, we are using like this way. Correct? Just now we had written the sample, but with the arrow function, we have to write like this way. How we will write? Let it to be. Just 1 second. Is there? Flow equal to I had seen somewhere some steps was one. Okay. So do one thing, make this function into convert this function into arrow function. So let's see how we will convert. So what arrow function telling? Arrow function telling that when you have to add arrow function, cut this one, whatever function name you had written, exchange the position. Okay, and pass here one arrow. Got it? This type, first step, you will exchange the position. First step, what we had told? Exchange. EXCHANGE. Exchange the position. Second, if we had written this one, go next step. If we written this one, and we had written the function keyword in arrow function, this function keyword is also not required. Remove this function keyword. Means try to remove all the things. When we removed this function means a keyword. Okay. Now in the third step, what we have to do? Copy paste. One second, sorry, we had done one mistake here. Yeah, got it. So function name equal to function. Yeah, fine. We done one mistake. Remove this arrow. Arrow will not help. Yeah. So first step, what we had done? We had exchanged the name and function keyword together. Means a function and then function name should be. See this line number first. Function and function name. But what we had done in the second case, we had exchanged the position and we had added equal to. Got it? Second line, we had written that function name equal to, and whatever keyword is there function, remove that. It's not required. So what we had done, we had removed that function keyword here itself, and after equal to, place one arrow. Got it? This thing. But next step, yeah, here also this got removed. See, this is I going with the step by step. This is a first step. This was the second step, and this become your third step. Fine. So this become your third step. In third step, what we had done? We had kept the function name outside equal to, and whatever parenthesis was there and arrow is there, and this become. Now fourth step. If it, fourth, yeah, Fourth step, we will copy this line itself and place. If there is just one single line of a statement inside the curly braces, if there is single line, will this curly braces required or not? We had already learned. What are you thinking? Am I mutable? Am I audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when you writing just a single line of a statement inside the curly braces, maybe if condition, suppose that if this one or this, if be writing this one, if this is single line of sentence, if you will remove this parenthesis, then also it will work. Like this, it will work. It will not give you any error. Let's see what we getting. Oh, we had not reloaded this page. So we got that 5. When there will be single line of sentence, it is not compulsory that parenthesis should be required. No. If you have to write here else, you can pass else and write here console.log 6 and make this false. Maybe I think that during test you had got this question. So when there will be single line of sentence, that parenthesis not required, we can remove that parenthesis. Same thing here. So if there is single line of sentence, remove this parenthesis also. What are you thinking? We will get this output. Next question. Then how we will this become the arrow function. This is known as the arrow function. Okay. Now you can imagine how simple this look like. Now just one function name. After the function name, this become equal to, there is no function keyword, and after that arrow started, and after that whatever logic you had written. But when it become the multiple line sentence, when you have to write here multiple sentence, like console.log 1 we had written, one more I want to write console.log. If we were writing one more time console, and here 5. They're not audible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's
Audible.
Okay. Lalan, is it audible now?
Yeah, no audible.
Okay. So if we had written just one line of sentence, that parenthesis, whatever we was writing, it's not required. If you want, you can remove. If you not, you can keep that. It's not an issue. But next step, what we had done, we had kept here single line of sentence. But now here we going to keep 2 line of sentence. Let's see whether this parenthesis is required or not. So here parenthesis will be required. But next question, then where is the output? Why we not getting the output, and how we will call that? If we want to print the output, so how we will print that? Because previously when this was normal function, how we was calling this function? How we was printing the output of this normal function? Hello?
Calling the function.
Yeah, with the help of a calling function, with the help of call that function name. Same thing here also we will do. So write that, sorry, my data and pass here parenthesis. Let's see what happened. My function came because my function is written there. Let's save. What happened? We got a hello and arrow. Where is this 5 coming? Where we had written 5? Oh, here itself, console. Let it to be. So what happened? In the 5th line, we calling the function with the help of function name itself. So what is the function name? So function name is my data. Got it? And we are calling that with the help of my data itself. And second thing, yeah. So what we had written, that when there will be multiple line of sentence, will that curly braces required or not? Yeah. So when there will be multiple line of sentence, you have to keep inside the curly brace. Don't keep open. It will not good. Maybe you will get some error or something. Let's save and let's see. It's working fine. Got it. So this way we are writing which one? Function in the form of a arrow function. Already we had done this operation. Where? Any idea? In for each. Already we had written. See that element and this one. Got it? This is the thing. Okay, one question. If we will remove this parenthesis, will it work or not? It give an error. It's giving error. It will not get. It's showing my function. Means it not calling this one. It calling the above one because above is written. Let's remove this also. What it become? It's nothing. This become the object type. If you will pass equal to, it become object. So that's the thing. So we will pass the parenthesis and then here arrow function and before that equal to. This is actually arrow function. So in interview, they are asking what is different between arrow function and normal function. This is the main thing. And when you will learn, I think in Java also now we can write that arrow function. I think in Java that known as lambda expression, arrow function itself. I don't know that, but yeah. So what is the difference between arrow function and normal function? So arrow function become the simple way of writing the function, but normal function become the somewhat a lengthy process of writing that. But whatever operation, whatever logic you want to do inside this normal function, same thing you can do inside the arrow function also. So how to write the arrow function? Keep in mind how to convert that normal function into arrow function. Let's try one more time. Function name data, fine, and whatever parameter, if you want to pass parameter you can pass that. Suppose we passing parameter here too, so how you will receive? You will receive via here x and you will print that too. Wait, let me let's see we are receiving that or not. Okay, what we had done, we had passed a 2 and here we are receiving 2 and let's say write that x. Oh, sorry. And save. What happened? We received 2. Correct or not? So, and whatever concatenation or this, that, whatever we are doing, we will do the same thing. It's no any differences in this case. We got 2. Clear? As much argument you want, you can pass that. It's not the issue. Let's do one thing. I think it will also work. Let's see. So, when you passing, as much simple you want, you can do that. It's not an issue. Now, if you pass the argument and if this is single argument, okay, if you wanted to if you not want to keep that parenthesis, you can remove that. Do one thing, remove this parenthesis. Okay, now see that my data equal to x and whatever is available there, and we are passing here my data and 2. Let's see we received that data or not. Comment this line. We received the data. Let's say we received here. But suppose that we want to pass a 2 argument. What you thinking? What we will do? Any idea? Two argument. So if you passing here 2 argument, comma 5. So what we will do here, because this is argument, correct or not? This x, we had written the argument. What we will do here?
We are going to take parenthesis.
We'll take another one. Let's say pass y and let's say use y plus y. And now we see whether it's, and when you will format actually, you will get automatic parenthesis and those all things. Now just try what is written. What we got the output. We got the output. X is not defined. Line number 46. Where is the 46? 46 is this one. But we had it means whatever value we are passing, it's correct. So do one thing, cut this and paste. Got the output. Why we had pasted inside this now? Because
Multiple argument.
yeah, correct. So as in the case of curly braces, what we had discussed, if there will be one, you can write outside. If it will be multiple, you have to keep inside the parenthesis. That's why same thing is there. If this is one, you can keep like this. But if this will be multiple, you have to pass inside the parenthesis. If nothing, just keep parenthesis. That's it. Make format of this one. See, after formatting, what are the things we got? Automatic. Let's see. So we got automatic this one. Parenthesis was there already. Let's save and check. It working fine. So let's say a quick revision. How to convert that normal function into arrow function. So this become my normal function. You have to speak that what we will do. First step means do here itself. So first interchange the position. Make one equal. Make one not equal here. Make in the last starting. That will be fine. Paste this equal to. Fine. This become one operation. Second operation.
Remove the
Argo.
function key.
Remove the function key itself. Correct? Remove the function key, and when you removing function key, pass arrow here. This become the arrow function. That's it. We had written a step by step. That way, if you forget anywhere, you can go like this way. That's why we had written that much a step. Otherwise, just a simple step. Nothing is there. Just you can go function, okay, and here write data. That's it. And after that, remove. Just interchange the position. Pass equal to, and keep this function here, and pass. Oh, 1 second. Yeah, and function is also not required. So we will remove this, and here we will pass the arrow. That's it. Got it. And how we will access this? With the help of this data name. Clear? Or anyone having any issue? So arrow function, it's most important because due to this itself, JavaScript become too popular because many features came. And this will be help you too much when you writing callback. In the callback, we are writing the arrow function itself. Okay. Is it clear or anyone having any doubt in the arrow function? So this was the topic arrow function.
No, sure. For
This
me,
got
no doubts.
completed. And when you will work with this keyword inside the arrow function, then something will be come here. And let's see. So my function, and here we have written this equal to something window.event listener. You can do this example. You will get something here. This is working or not inside the. Let's do one thing here itself. Right here console.log. I think it will not give output. Okay, we got same thing is there. It's not an issue. It's the same, but something difference was there in the window in arrow function. The handling of this is a different in the arrow function compared to the regular expression. The process is different. In short, with arrow function, you are no binding of this. In regular function, this keyword represent the object that called the function when we are it representing, which could be the window or document or button, whatever. With arrow function, that this keyword always represent the object that define the arrow function. Means who going to define it will represent to that one. Let's say look to example. Two examples is there. Let's do quick only. Okay, what we had written? We written where hello. After that, we had written one arrow function. Where is the arrow in this case? No arrow is there written because function keyword is written. If you will remove function key, then you can make that arrow. Okay. Then document dot add event listener. What is event listener? We will learn again. Then event listener something is there, document.get element by ID. Button means some buttons are required. Let's take this button. Click me and PID demo. That's fine. Let's save. Let's see what happened. If we clicking that add me, then what output we are getting? We getting object window and object HTML button element. So it going to refer who had called. That's type it will represent. Means don't be confused. It's like same type itself, just minor changes. That's it. Let it to be. We will get when we will do on that. So the second example is already there. So hope I think now it's clear that this and arrow function. Anyone having any doubt? Let me know. Is it clear or confusing? Because now you have to keep in mind regarding the arrow function. Now be going to use the arrow function itself. Mostly whenever you will see the programming that we are going to use the arrow function itself. When you will study React, in the React case, there are functional programming. There we are writing in the function itself, everything in the variable type. There are two type of programming in the React case, functional or component based. Two type, that one. So mostly we are using the arrow function itself everywhere. Whatever we was writing now, that normal function, upcoming we will not write the normal function, we will write the functional programming itself, means a function based. Clear? Or anyone having any doubt?